It's morning. It's morning. Get up and smile and be happy and get ready for the day. Oh, I don't know how we're going to smile today, but today we will be saying goodbye to, David Byers. What a special, special gentleman in Ball Ground, Georgia. He and his precious Jenny were married 59 years. They celebrated their anniversary on Wednesday, 59 years. Do you know where they celebrated it? They came up to Mike's Ellijay restaurant, because we used to always take David back plates when we'd go over there and eat, and we'd get a plate and take it to David. And so he had eaten Mike's food for a long time, but he had never been able to come and eat. And so last week was like, when Jesus just gives you something good, and it's just a good week, and you're looking back and you're going, man, this was a good week. On Tuesday, he and Jenny had a little time out, running errands, doing things together, hanging out. On Wednesday, he wanted to know, what do you want to do for your anniversary? And she said, you've never been to Mike's. Let's ride up there and then go to the Apple House and get us some fried pies. And that's what they did. They had such a great, great time. Just a good, cool, calm, great day. And then went on home, had a good supper. The next day, had a good day. And that night, had his favorite thing for supper, breakfast for supper. David loved breakfast for supper. Jenny fixed breakfast for supper. He enjoyed every bit of it. He had some more apple pie, had a really, really good time. And Jesus always has this perfect plan that often we don't understand. David liked ball games. They sat around and watched ball. He liked sports. He likes cars. He liked all these things that they would just spend time doing together. And then, just a bit after midnight, he went to bed, and very shortly after that, he went to meet Jesus. He was there with Jenny. It was as it should have been. They had been together 64 years. They'd been married for 59. Jenny is David's princess, and so today, please keep her in your prayers. Can you imagine not having that person who's been in your life 64 years with you? It's going to be really hard for her and for their son Joey, but thank God they have each other. And Joey's a fine young man, and they will have each other. But I have a hard time saying Jenny without David, because it's always, I'm going to run up to David and Jenny's. I'm going to run up and see Jenny. I'm going to run see David and Jenny. I'm going to go by and take David and Jenny. I'm going to go do this. It's always David and Jenny. They were the first couple of Ball Ground, in my opinion. They were just absolutely precious. So many sweet stories are going around and circulating of David and his life and the things he did. And what a good guy he was. And everybody knew him because he sold insurance. Now, this weekend, Ball Ground had a little thing called Roots and Remembrance. And there were some wonderful people in town talking about the different things that happened in Ball Ground. A lot of people stirred around and listened to the stories, and sweet Lucille was there, and she's such a precious, precious lady, and her sweet James has gone to be with Jesus now. So there are so many with us who keep living life and keep loving every minute of it. And this just honors some of the first ladies who were part of Ball Ground in the olden days. And one of them, I see Miss Carolyn Grogan, and I see Miss Jewel Hubbard, and I see Miss Loretta Brackett, and I see 3 generations right there of the Brackett family and the Haynes family. And I see Calvin Farmer and Mama, as they called her. And it's just, that's what it was about. It was about remembering those who came before and remembering the old businesses in town. And it was a busy weekend, and of course the sisters. And is that not a beautiful, beautiful lady? She was the beautiful, beautiful Mrs. Calvin Farmer. So you think about looking back 90 years. I got to enjoy some food yesterday from a 90-year-old's birthday. And let me tell you, it was yummy, and the cake was amazing. And you think about 90 years. There's Calvin and Mama. Everybody calls her Mama. Her name was Emma. But there is 4 generations. It's crazy, y'all. We're looking back, and those generations are gone. Now there is Miss Lee Haynes, and there's Sweet Betty, and sweet Donna, and Katie, and I can't tell who's behind with Freddie, but there they are. That's what Ball Ground was built on, those families that have been there forever. There's Jewel Hubbard, and she's got a little something in her hand, I noticed. And there's my granny on horseback down by the Etowah River in 1921 or so. You think about that. That was a long time ago. And I've decorated the windows now for Veterans Day, because we are approaching Veterans Day, and the guys have got some specials that we're going to run that they did a Veterans Tribute, and it's all about remembering those who went before us, those who went to war to give us the right to do what we do today, those who gave their lives, like Noah Harris here in Ellijay. There's so many people who made our life easier today, and knowing David Byers made everybody's day happier, because if you ever saw David, he was smiling, he was happy, he was kind, he was good as gold, and he's gone to be with Jesus. But when you think about the way he went to be with Jesus, it was perfect. Thank goodness he went on in the bedroom, he laid down, and Jenny knew immediately what had happened. Had he passed in the den, she might not have known until the morning. And so God just has a perfect plan, and I thank him for that, because it all was just as it should have been. It was just absolutely perfect. So, but it's going to be hard, and today is his service. Sosby down in Canton, and it's going to be tough. He will be buried at First Baptist Church Ball Ground, and I hope that somebody gives Jenny the strength she needs. She will lean on the Lord for everything, and she'll be fine. But there will be days that she will look around to say, David, what do you want for supper? David, what do you want for this? David, what do you want for that? 64 years. How can you possibly think about your life today without that person who was there for 64 years? And there's our sweet David Byers. Love that man. And I got him a Trump hat, and he loved it. He was a Trump boy. He was a Trump boy. And he always wanted to talk about what our president was doing and how he was doing this and this, and he loved him. He loved him. He loved him. And there's him in his Trump hat. So, and then there is Miss Jewel. And you think about that. How many people, Jewel would be about 121 years old today. And she and my granny were best friends all their lives. They lived there in Ball Ground, and just sweet, sweet memories. So it was really neat to see people out in town enjoying the history of Ball Ground and learning a little bit about the town, a little bit about the businesses, and a whole lot about the people. And there's my granny. Can I tell you, she liked riding horseback better than I did? I did not like it. I did it one time, and I was like, oh no, I'm a failure at this. But Granny loved it. So, and it was the way they got to church. Now this, I love this, because it was taken down, put on a trailer, and brought down Old Dawsonville Road, and the remnants of that old building built Eddie and Loretta's house, which I think is the coolest thing ever. That shows you that Calvin Farmer was way ahead of his time. He had the thought to just take it apart and reassemble it as a small house down on Old Dawsonville Road. And I think that's just the coolest thing ever. But that they rented them out, and Eddie told me one time what they rented the rooms for, and it was something just ridiculously cheap. But that was the villas, and that's where everybody lived. And this, precious, precious David and Jenny and Paula, as they stood in front of their little house. The house across the street is the house that David was born in. How fitting is that? He still lives across the street from the house that he was born in, but now he lives with Jesus. Now he lives with Jesus, and when he met Jesus, I guarantee you Jesus was smiling, because he's a good one. Now, I hope you got to go out to Talking Rock Heritage Days, because they had good crowd, good stuff going on, from food to music to crafts, and just a good time. And I love that they are fixing up Talking Rock. It's really becoming a destination of choice for people, and I like that, because it's often been just a sleepy little town sitting there without many people going. And now, all of a sudden, And one of my favorite places is the little park there in Talking Rock. You can just park, get out, walk down to the creek. You can walk up the creek in the water on those hot summer days. So it's just a great place. And I can't wait to get down there. I want to check out this Petticoat Junction that they've opened. And it's a building that I always wanted to own. I've looked at that building for years and years and years. Back when, man, it was an old store forever and ever. And then it became different businesses. It had been a little antique shop, and now it's Petticoat Junction. And I want to go check it out. So, and if you're in town for a vacation, for a staycation, be sure and check out all the tiny towns that we serve, from Ball Ground to Turtle Town, and find out your favorite businesses in each of them. And if you have a favorite restaurant, post it on Facebook and tell people, hey, they've got great food there. Or I had something really good I loved. So if you go in the place, order this certain thing. So I don't know what that dude's cooking, but he was cooking a whole bunch of it. It looks to me like he must know what he's doing, because anytime you're lathering up that much food, you know what you're doing. Now, do y'all know those two ladies? I know those two ladies. And I know one of them's sisters are watching today, and she said, there's my sweet sister Marty, and there's Brenda. That's Hans Rufert's mom. So, and speaking of Hans Rufert, keep praying for him. Keep praying. That boy has been through so much, and prayers are getting him, we're going to get him through another one. Now this, is that not the cutest thing? Did your grandma ever cook rabbit? Granddaddy used to kill rabbits, and Granny would cook them, and we'd have fried rabbit and biscuit and gravy on Sunday dinner. We didn't know it was rabbit for a long time. We thought it was chicken, and then they made the mistake of telling us, and we were like, oh no, we're eating the Easter bunny. But lots of pets at the Talking Rock event, lots of things for kids to do, lots of stuff for folks to do, and it will be one more weekend. It comes up again this weekend, and the Apple Festival's over, the Marble Festival is over. Everybody is getting back to normal. The roads are not getting back to normal. And this is down at Talking Rock again, so get out, and don't forget Heritage Days is again this weekend. So this weekend, go by Talking Rock, spend a little time. And is that not the cutest thing? Lord have mercy. We need one of those here on the set. That would be so sweet, except they're a little bit unpredictable. I don't know if we need one or not. But the food, the fellowship, and I love that, Turning Point. Yes. Yes, and that's so cool to have your pictures made. So just a fun day in Talking Rock. And again, it happens again this weekend. So make plans to be there. And hopefully next year we'll catch some of their music. So the boys have been pretty busy out gathering stuff for you. And today you're going to get to hear some of that. But you're also going to get to hear a couple of songs that I chose, actually 3, to honor David Byers. And I just thought about them, and I thought, now, is that not cool? I love his name, McCord. That is the coolest name. I don't know where they got that. If it's a family name, I love his name. So this is the Player of the Week in Pickens. Yay. And of course, you know, they always choose a good one. And this, what does that mean? Are they really Sweet 16 bound? Softball? Are they really? Is that the truth? Yeah, well, it looks like it might be. So that's one of the cool things about what ETC does. We're there getting your sports for you. And these are my buddies. I love these kids. They are excelling, they are doing, they are learning. They are giving back to the community, and they're all teenagers who are learning to give back. That's what life is about. What can you do for others? What can you do to make the day better? And that's a lesson that was often taught by somebody like David and Jenny Byers, because they were both like that. And Jenny will continue giving back as she always did. I've tried to teach her a new saying, to tell her to take a break, rest a little bit. Now this is over when they went to visit Martha Berry College. That is so beautiful. That is one of the most beautiful places in the United States, and it is just fantastic. And it's here in Rome, Georgia. So there's some of the kids again as they were touring the college and finding out that it's a great school and it cost a lot of money to go there. So the 21st century leaders, Pickens County is so proud of y'all, and They are just doing great things. They're doing things for the community, doing things to give back, doing things to make a difference. And they started very young, and it's because they have a great mentor, Tracy Buckingham. So thank you, Tracy, for everything you've done for these kids, to get their act together and to get their lives headed down the right path. There's my buddy. I love that man. He will be missed. He will be missed. He was one of the best. So David Byers, heaven got a good one, and I'm sure Jesus was happy to see you. Now that was 59 years ago, last Wednesday, their anniversary. And for him to pass basically 28 hours after that, it's crazy. But they celebrated a wonderful anniversary. He loved coming up to Mike's. He loved going out and getting apple pies. So it was just a good week. And maybe it should teach us all a lesson. Make the most of every day. Make the most of every moment, because we don't know when that moment's going to end. And it did end for David, and it ended for Jenny, but she will carry on, and she will continue to do what she's always done, doing for others. We've got some music we're going to share with y'all. And Trace, is that music ready that we're going to honor? Okay. I chose 3 songs that all remind me of our friend David Byers. He was just a good guy. And one of them was a song that my friend Scott Thomas was doing, and I was listening to it, and I thought, man, that just sounds like David. And then I listened to 2 more, and I thought, they both sound like him. So I want you to sit back, and I want you to think about, when your life ends, are people going to remember you, that you were a good person like David Byers? I hope that they will. I hope that each of us will leave here and somebody will say, one time they did so-and-so for me, or one time they were a good neighbor, or one time they, we could all make a difference in somebody's life. So sit back, listen to some really good music by 3 different folks, and then we're going to share a whole bunch of stuff that's local music right here from these boys who have been out with the cameras capturing every moment they could. I'll be back shortly.
Soon I shall hear that sweet call from heaven's portals. Come home, my child. It's the last mile you'll have to trod. Amen. And I'll just fall asleep, and then I'll wake up in God's new heaven. Hallelujah. For I'm forever sheltered in the arms of God. So let the storms rage high and the dark clouds rise. Oh, they don't worry me, for I'm sheltered safe within the arms of God. Yes, I am. He walks with me, and naught of earth shall harm me. For I'm sheltered in the arms of God. Yes, I'm sheltered safe within the arms of God.
I believe my steps are growing wearier each day. Still I've got a journey on my mind. Lures of this old world have ceased to make me want to stay. My one regret is leaving you behind. But I'll be waiting on the far side banks of Jordan. I'll be sitting drawing
If it proves to be His will that I am first to cross, somehow I've a feeling it will be. When it comes your time to travel, likewise don't feel lost, for I will be the first one that you'll see.
And I'll be waiting on the far side banks of Jordan. I'll be sitting drawing pictures in the sand. And when I see you coming, I will rise up with a shout and come running through the shallow waters, reaching for your hand.
Through this life we've labored hard to earn our meager share. It's brought us trembling hands and failing eyes.
So I'll just rest here on the shore and turn my eyes away till you come and we'll see paradise. And I'll be waiting on the far side banks of Jordan. I'll be sitting drawing pictures in the sand. And when I see you coming, I will rise up with a shout and come running through the shallow waters, reaching for your hand. And I'll be waiting
Whether you're in the mood for chicken strips, a delicious burger, our classic banana split, or an upside-down thick blizzard treat, we've got you covered. Hot and fresh food every day, every time, and delicious DQ soft serve make the perfect pair at your favorite place. Not fast food, fan food fast. Your Blue Ridge, Ellijay, and Jasper Dairy Queens are your meet, eat, and treat headquarters.
Thank you for choosing DQ. How may I serve you?
If you or your business are looking for local advertising opportunities, we have sponsorships available for new programming coming soon on ETC3. Contact us at 706-697-5591.
See us anytime you can.
Whether you're swimming in the sea or splashing in the pool, making a masterpiece, or just making memories, writing a great American novel, or writing your term paper that's due tomorrow. Whatever you do in life, Farmers is here to protect it. For all your insurance needs, call Donald Curtis in Blue Ridge.
Okay, I hope y'all enjoyed that music. That tribute was in honor of our dear friend David Byers, who went to be with Jesus. And I don't know how it could get any more perfect than the week they had, the date that it happened. Everything was just in line with God's perfect plan. And we know that God's plan often takes us to places that we are unsure of. We don't know what's happening. We don't know what's next. We have had so many things happen in our world that we have witnessed, we have lived through. But when we look back, we are exactly where we were meant to be. And years ago, when I ended up here and there, I was running up and down the road. I was going to Alabama because we had a body shop in Alabama. I was running down to Forest Park because we had a trucking company down there. I was running up and down the road all the time. And I thought, man, it'd be nice just to settle in. Well, it's very nice to settle into North Georgia because the mountains are calling and they are closer than you think. We love just taking a daycation and going to Hiwassee. We love taking a daycation and even running over to Cartersville. You know, there's so many things to do in different areas that we serve. We are growing. ETC is growing. And at the same time, ETC is growing, communities are growing. And 2 years ago, we broke ground on a beautiful, beautiful community, walking distance to downtown Ball Ground. It is absolutely the coolest place to live because you leave your car and your worries behind and you wander downtown, you go get a bite to eat, you go to the ice cream store, you walk down to the botanical garden, you go to the post office, you go pay your water bill. Anything you want to do in downtown Ball Ground is walking distance from Malone's Pond. Tim just finished a piece that was absolutely stunning, and it started with stunning blue skies. Couldn't have chosen a better day to get photos and to feature the beautiful, beautiful homes that are in Malone's Pond. And when we think about Malone's Pond, it is a place where people are settling in. They love the conservative lifestyle. They love that our neighbors are really loving neighbors, and they get together and they just have so much in common. And it's been really cool to see this development grow. So we're going to share a video now with you that Tim did last week, and it was truly the bluest sky I have ever seen. So sit back and enjoy a little trip to Ball Ground.
Gosh, Kim, fall is in the air, but so is excitement. What's happening at Malone's Pond?
Oh my goodness, we're getting ready to do the second phase, right in time for all the fall leaves. You don't want to miss this. All these lots has amazing views, and it's that time of year.
It's that time of year. Welcome to Malone's Pond. When we first opened Malone's Pond, phase 1, in, out, gone. And then we still have about 4 or 5 lots ready with a couple of ready-to-move-in homes on phase 1 with some great incentives. So let's get those out of here and let's move to phase 2. Phase 2 has this home, an Evans. This is an Evans C. We have an Evans V with a 4-car garage going on lot 31, ready for you to sign on the dotted line. 4-car garage, would that make Bob happy?
Goodness, you just don't even understand. Every man in the world wants a big garage.
Yeah, 4-car garage on slab in a beautiful, beautiful area right before you cross the creek. It's stunning. It is stunning. So lot 31, keep that in mind. And don't forget, we are on site here 7 days a week. With winter hours, we'll be here from 11 to 6 every day except Sunday, and Sunday 1 to 5. 7 days a week. If you come by and I'm not here, my phone number is 404-375-0590. Do I answer my phone all the time?
Oh my goodness, anytime. And that way, so in other words, it doesn't end at 5 and 6.
It does not end.
It always like Sherry. She's always in Family Gold.
Yeah.
And she knows everything, of course, about not just Malone's Pond, but all of Ball Ground, because you really want to make Ball Ground your next home place. It doesn't get better than here. So don't miss this opportunity because they go fast. It's a unique opportunity. It's a beautiful gated community where everyone wants to live. You can walk into the downtown area, and if you haven't looked up Ball Ground in a while, please do so, because you're going to want to make this your next place to live.
You know, it's so cool to sit here at my desk and watch the people walk into town. They walk their dogs, they take their family out to dinner, they come back, they leave the dog at home, then they go down to the park for a little bit and just take a leisurely walk. There's so much to do in Ball Ground, and you know what? It doesn't cost you anything. The walking trails are free, the park is free, tennis courts are free. We have so much going on in downtown Ball Ground. We just made this the perfect spot for you to walk about 1,200 steps and you're there.
Well, the best part is everybody here is so receptive, and you become one big family.
That's it.
So you would know all your neighbors here, and you can get as involved as you want or not be involved. And the downtown area, you get to know everyone. So it's that small town, but still everything that you need at your fingertips.
Some days I feel like Aunt Bee because I feel a little Mayberry coming up. It's so cool to just sit back and relax and enjoy what we have to offer. So don't forget, pick up the phone and call me, 404-375-0590. I'm Hall. Anytime you come and you visit Malone's Pond, and before they leave, they will have fallen in love.
Exactly. Welcome to the fall.
Now, there might be a whole bunch of y'all up in Ducktown, Tennessee, who recognize my broker. My broker is Kimberly Potter Bird, and she is from Ducktown, Tennessee. And as a kid, her daddy was the mayor up there, and she still has lots and lots of family, lots of roots deep down in Ducktown, Tennessee. So if you're watching this from Ducktown and you go, well, that looked like Kimberly. It was Kimberly. She's my broker, and you talk about a small world. You talk about a small world. My mom and her father-in-law worked together at Minute Maid and Coca-Cola in Orlando. Now, fast forward you about 60 years, and Kimberly and I worked together. Very, very strange how God lines us up exactly where He wants us to be. I don't ever question Him, and I don't ever ask Him why. Sometimes I go, and I study about it, and I'm like, okay, how did I end up here? It must have been His perfect plan. So if you're sitting in Ducktown and you go, I know her, well, yes, you do. Yes, you do. Now, on top of what I do down there, I have a really cute cabin for sale here in Ellijay. It is a 2.5 acre tract with a little creek running beside it, and it's peaceful and quiet. It's out off 382, and if you will pick up the phone and call me at 404-375-0590, I would love to schedule a showing for you. It is the cutest little spot, and it has its own little fire pit, just a great place to chill. So if you're looking for a weekend place to chill, or if you're looking to retire and you want to be in the woods, in the country, in the quiet, this might be the place for you. Now, I'm also listing a house today up in Epworth, and this house is going to be $269,900, very affordable, on 1 acre, just off of 5, probably less than a mile, just about 3/4 of a mile off of Highway 5 in Epworth community. So pick up the phone and call me again on that one. And again, it's $269,900, and it's a 3-bedroom, 1 bath on 1 acre. So that might be in your budget. So pick up the phone and call me. Now, if you've looked around and seen ETC trucks everywhere, it's because we've been everywhere lately. We've been covering the Georgia Marble Festival, covering the Apple Festival. And I will tell y'all, last Monday I went up to Epworth, and on the way, holy moly, have you ever seen so many cars going to hunt some apples? People were piling into the apple houses, and that's what we want to see. We want to see people coming out with those bags of apples, coming out with those fried pies, taking them home, putting them in the freezer. Get out and shop for apples. It's time. Now, Highway 5 headed toward Epworth was very, very crowded that day, and there's a reason. The parking lot at Mercier's was full, and people were trying to figure out how in the dickens to get in there. So you might plan your day, and you might go on a Wednesday. Last Monday was a holiday, and I think that's why they were so busy. So maybe check out a Tuesday or a Wednesday, and it might not be so crowded, but my goodness, was it crowded last week. So be patient, be kind, and know that these people are coming up here to these mountains because they know how pretty they are and how blessed we are to get to live here. So be nice, be sweet, and be good to everybody. Okay, we're going to take you to some of the stuff the boys have done. I don't know what they're going to throw at us, but it's stuff that they got out and they filmed. I haven't even seen it yet, so here we go.
Georgia, so not too far from here. We actually grew up coming to the Apple Festival when we were younger with our family, so it's a full circle moment to be back here.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've come. We used to come like on fall break and camp up here, come to the festival, but it's been a minute since we've been, so we're excited to come back and sing.
Yeah, we have some country music for you guys, and we hope you enjoy, and we love song requests and things like that too, so if you have anything, you can definitely yell it out at us.
Wildflowers and wild horses, in the middle of the night, I hear a cornfield cry. Look at the moon, no matter what sky I'm laying under. Yeah, you're a hurricane.
Okay, in the next few days, you're going to get to see more and more music because the boys have been out beating the bushes and finding stuff for you to enjoy. Don't forget, if you would like to be a sponsor here at ETC, get in touch with us, and all you got to do is pick up the phone and call and say, hey, I'd like to sponsor the music specials, I'd like to sponsor the Sherry Show, I'd like to sponsor whatever. You know, it is about you and your community from Ball Ground to Turtle Town, and that includes Ducktown. And don't forget, my broker, Kimberly Potter Bird, is from that crazy little town that hasn't grown much, but it's got lots of folks going through it because they're headed to the Ocoee River, and they're going to be heading back to Kimsey Ridge next year when we do another music special. We started doing that a couple of years ago, And it turned out really, really good, and we're excited to be able to bring that to you again next year, because once again, we're going to be back up at Kimsey Ridge. So don't forget the local events happening and support these local artists. Now, today was about our friend David Byers. He was such a good guy. He loved watching the show, and he loved hearing Mr. Ellijay sing. So today we're going to let Mr. Ellijay sing David a song, and I guarantee he's looking from heaven. He's patting his foot and he's saying, I really, really like that guy's music. Don't forget, if you like his music, you can run over here to Napa and pick up a copy of The Mountain Life. These are all original songs, written, recorded, mastered, done, instruments, you name it, he did it. So there it is. We're going to leave you thinking about a community who's hurting and who will recover. David always wanted to go before Jenny. He said, I couldn't imagine my life without Jenny. Think about her today. Pray for she and Joey as they go to lay this precious man to rest. They were the dynamic duo. They were the amazing couple. They were our number one in Ball Ground, and they were loved by so many. So today, in memory and in honor of the Byers family, let's say goodbye to David Byers with a song by one of his favorites, Mr. Ellijay.
I was standing by my window on a cold and cloudy day when I saw that hearse come rolling, Lord, to carry my mother away. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Well, I told that undertaker, please drive slow, for this lady that you're hauling, Lord, I hate